Kia ora, welcome to the Invisible Sensei podcast. This is a podcast about my experiences as a martial artist, as a student, as a teacher, as someone who from time to time has stubbed their toes on the problems of the world and kind of gone, what am I doing this for? Please take time to check out the link in the description. It will take you to our YouTube channel and also to our profiles on social media, which you're most welcome to check out and contact us on. We also have a wonderful merch shop where you can grab cups and a couple of other things if you're wanting to support the podcast, or if you're wanting to support it more directly, we have a link that you can do that also. Either way, enjoy the podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in, and keep training, keep smiling, keep enjoying, and most importantly, keep developing. So 10 things that I do, part of my daily training, that I have to do so I can do the two things that I do that I get paid for and do them really well. Do you guys find that karate, in terms of the professional training, in terms of your professional life and all that sort of stuff, does it cross over? Are there elements that cross over? I mean, people may not even know that you train, that you're sensei, but is there something that crosses over there?
Uh, without taking it too far, there is crossover in that. Um, let's just say, I would say that my training or my ability to stay focused in my training has direct correlation to situations that I might find myself in work. Let's put it that way. But that also defines some of my training as well, or not, maybe not my training, but how I think about um, karate or martial arts in general. You know, like Josh mentioned Kobudo, right? I'm very, like, every day this week I've done almost a full hour of just Kobudo by itself before I even do, like, as my warm up, and then my initial training part is an hour of Kobudo Kihon and some kata and things like that. Before I even do any karate kata. But does that mean in today's world that I think I'm going to go out and use my bow or my sai in whatever? No, not necessarily. But um, it helps me focus myself and my physical actions, I guess, and kind of gives an elementary purpose, I guess. Like, you're moving this way, and so like, kind of, kind of to go back to your question um, before of what you said, why do we still do this? I mean, I have my perspective towards karate has changed greatly in the however many years since I started karate, in college. Um, the things that I do now are very different than the things that I did then, um, because my perspective on them has changed a lot. My ability to see what I see about karate was also influenced by a variety of external factors um, that changed how I thought about, like, well, that's not going to be realistic, or that's not going to work that way, because that's not the way real life happens, or the way people move in real life, or the things that happen instantaneously and things like that. So I'm not sure if that answers your question.
Yeah, no, totally. Josh?
I'll come at it from a little bit of a different angle. Well, similar, but for me, for work, um, I mean, people that I work with know I train, but only because we've had conversations about it, I guess. But it's definitely a part of my personal life. Probably more than my wife and kids want to know, because I reference training a lot. Like, for instance, back to my daughter. she's taking guitar lessons right now. She wanted a guitar for Christmas, got her a guitar for Christmas, and she was trying to learn from YouTube Sensei. And I said, no, we're not doing this. I'm going to take you to lessons at least for 6 months to a year so you can get a foundation. And every time she comes out of her lessons, she's amazed by her instructor. It's just, his fingers move so smooth, and there's like, it's amazing, and this and that. And yesterday, she had her class yesterday. She comes out and she's talking again about it. She's like, it's just so, it looks so easy for him. And she goes, when I do it, I'm so stiff. But then when he does it, he looks so relaxed. And I didn't say anything. And she goes, "Oh, I guess maybe I should try to relax more, and then I could move my fingers easier." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is it. This is a karate teaching moment." I mean, this is exactly, yes. This is what Sensei Pat McGill has told me. This is what Sensei, Kina Sensei has said. This is what Shinzato Sensei has said. This is what other people, Takamiyagi Sensei here has said. Yeah, relax. It's what I've told her. Relax. So I had to bring it back to that. I was like, yeah, it's kind of like when you learn anything new for the first time, like a new kata, right? And there was this moment of silence from her too, because she's probably like, "Oh, here we go again, Dad," But yeah, it all comes back to me for that. So it doesn't separate my personal life. There's no personal life, dojo life, especially in Okinawa. I guess you kind of there is no, and my wife, like you had mentioned, your partner knows that this is your routine. My wife knows mine too, and I can only probably think maybe 2 times ever my wife has asked me not to train, and it's mostly because I've been hurt and she's not wanted me to go get hurt worse. Other than that, she knows, man. If I'm at the dojo sweating or whatever, I'm in my happy place. So I'm extremely lucky to have that support. I'm pretty sure all of us are that way.
Oh, look,
with
man,
Oh
our-
yeah,
our-
I mean,
I had a relationship in the past where I tried to articulate why training was important to me, and I said, that tuari that you like, the fun, interesting tuari. Well, I need to train. I need to take that tuari to the dojo and practice so that I can be these things. So I go to the dojo to make myself the person that you to make myself the person that you like. Do you know what I mean? I mean, there are so many things. I mean, just a quick example, Michael. Sorry, I know I interrupted you there, bro. Is that sometimes there'll be things happening where she will say it to me in Māori, in our language, right? Where there's certain things I'm not getting certain points, and she'll say it to me in a couple of words in Māori, and I get it straight away because our language is our language traditionally wasn't a written one, so it's a very visual one. So she'll say a couple of words, and I go, "Oh, I get it," but likewise, she's always just when we're doing things, she'll say, "It's like kihon, it's like kihon, it's like bunkai, it's like bunkai oyo, it's like hitting the makiwara." She'll actually use those she'll actually say that to me to get me, and I'll go, "Oh," straight away. She has to speak karate to me or kobudo to me for me to get it, and it's like, maybe there's a problem there.
well, I can totally relate to that. I mean, uh, I was already doing karate when I met my wife. Obviously before we got married, and I was on the national team before we got married, and there were times when the only time I saw her other than Saturday night or maybe Sundays was when she came to the dojo to watch training during the week when we were preparing to go to the World Championships or Pan American or something like that. And so it only took 23 years, I think, for her to start training, but that's cool. So she's, it's kind of a family thing now. We all train together. In fact, they've got my daughter and my wife should be training today sometime because we have another belt, a Q testing coming up soon that we're going to
Nice.
try and accomplish.
Good for you, because I've not been able to get my wife to train. My kids,
Well, so
yes, but
I uh, I never really asked. I never really pushed it. And then there was a few years ago where she made a comment, and I was like, okay, well, let's go do it. And there was a little start, and then I realized I was like bringing it up too much, and I backed off. And then about another year went by, and then she's like, it's been consistent for now almost the last 2 years that she's been doing it. She's got a nice yellow belt, soon to be orange belt. It's good. Um, but
that's awesome. That's
yeah,
good for you.
but
Good, smart man to back off when you knew you needed to, and then
yeah, and then
I
re-engage
need
and
to learn.
allow
Thank you,
interest.
Sensei.
I'm here for you, Josh. But likewise, though, the same thing will happen frequently, where if I need to make a point about something, the analogy is going to be something from the dojo, and you know, It's like, well, see, this is what, when Sensei said this, very almost exactly the same. This is what he meant, and but the flip side of that is because she's known our entire time together has been, karate has been there. She's like, oh, okay, he's gonna fly there and he's gonna go to this seminar or go to this tournament, whatever. Okay, all right, whatever. Just just go do what you're gonna do, because if otherwise you're gonna be miserable and you're gonna complain about it.
Well, try doing this. Try like this in prior relationships, right? When I was with someone who wasn't a martial artist, saying, "Hey, I've got to get off the table. We're having dinner, because I've got to go and put my canvas pajamas on with the belt that doesn't tie up properly and the uniform doesn't shut properly, so I can go down to the snow and punch a piece of wood with some rope wrapped around it, and then do a bunch of crazy dances with some sticks."
That's an advantage that I have, is being married to an Okinawan woman. So there's no explanation needed there. It's just like, yeah. I got to tell you guys two quick stories about my wife in training. Out of nowhere one day, she had asked me. This is after we moved here. She had asked me to teach her Naihanchi Shodan here at the house, and I was like, okay, I'll walk through it with you. But at first I said, well, why do you want to learn? And she's like, why now? What? And she's like, well, it's part of my culture, part of my heritage. I'd like to learn it. Okay, so you're asking your American husband to teach you part of your culture. Yeah, that's cool. I'm happy. So I walked through it once or twice with her. And I said, why don't you just come to the dojo? Or actually, she was at the dojo every day when I was teaching. Why don't you just do it with us? No. Well, the main reason she didn't want to do it is when we were training one time with my sensei, we were doing line drills, or we were actually partnered, right, in two parallel lines, partnered up, and we'd rotate through. We're doing Yakuso Kumite drills. And here in Okinawa, it's, hot, humid, everybody's pouring sweat, particularly me, because I sweat profusely. And in this one particular drill, you ended up taking the opponent down and then finishing them on the ground. So you were above the opponent. And I was partnered up with one of our adult females, because you're working through the line, so you're going to partner up with everybody. So it's my turn, I execute it, take her down, and as I'm going to do a finishing technique, the sweat falls off my face and hits her right in the cheek. And
I saw that one coming like 30 seconds ago.
My wife's over there watching us. And I was like, oh my gosh, Okinawan lady. I'm like, I'm so sorry, Simmer Sensei. Oh my God, go inside. Touch you. Because what are you gonna do, right? So break time, I walk over there. There's my wife sitting, and she's like, "That's why I'm not gonna train with you guys." You know what?
I saw that one coming. I saw that one coming right away.
You don't want some other guy's sweat pouring on you? Okay, I get it, honey. Don't train. I'm happy with that. I am okay now. You have permission. I will never beg you again to train. No problem.
That poor woman.
She ended up stopping. She ended up quitting.
I wonder why she never comes to the dojo anymore.
She was EQ.
She's there in the ofuro at night, scrubbing her face,
crying.
She was almost Shodan. Literally, she had one more promotion to Shodan. It never came back.
Yeah, but you ruined it for her. You ruined it.
No, she stuck around for probably another 2 years before she finally had to quit. But yeah, it ruined it for my wife, I'll tell you that much. Man, by the way, if you guys are looking for any stickers, any Okinawa Karate Podcast stickers, they are also available on Spreadshop. There'll be a link tree. And then what else did I have? A cell phone case. Are we done with that?
Just so we're being serious, just on a serious note, I will put the link trees in the description for this as well. What I'm thinking about doing is I'm probably going to do this, just throw this whole thing up on YouTube, man, because we're idiots and it's time the world knew. These respected.
I'm not afraid.
I'm not scared.
Yeah. I'm not scared either. I enjoyed it. Hey, congratulations again, man. 200 episodes is
200.
Fantastic.
It's a big achievement.
Really great. For those people that wanted to Well, I guess because they're already listening to this, they would know where it is. But if those people wanted to find you anywhere else, any more information about the great Invisible Sensei, where would they search?
On Instagram, and there'll be a link tree. There's always a link tree in the description if you want to sort of, if you want to buy a cup from me, which helps me continue to do this podcast. That's real cool. There's t-shirts and whatnot. But man, I it's been awesome. It's been awesome. You guys are a massive part of this. I want to, I'm so lucky to have you as friends and as mentors of a type and mentals of a type. I don't know.
Mentors and what not to do and not how to act.
Yeah. But it's really cool.
Don't be like those two. Chuckleheads.
And it's strange because in a weird kind of way, we've kind of created this sort of brotherhood, really. And there's others that are part of this that you got that if you're listening or watching, you won't know. But it's all our sort of brothers and sisters who are out there and sort of make this possible. It's all. Thank you so much. And for all the people who have kind of dropped that associate, I quite often get people going, oh, Josh. People associate me with Josh, and I'm trying to stop that. And then talk about me and Michael, and so our chat is called the Three Musketeers and the Three Amigos. We should go the Three Amigos rather than Three Musketeers. Man, hey, thank you both for all your support, and I'm looking forward to getting into the next kind of run and having you guys back on the podcast.
Absolutely.
Getting together and actually training. We've got some plans and plans in place. I want to do. I think the three of us should do a seminar, even if it's an online one. Just, you want to see how not to do it.
Exactly.
No, actually, I can't say that. You can't do.
You
can't actually say
pay
that.
$175 for 2 days worth of training we'll show you what not to do.
Maybe you and
that.
I can send videos or something to Coach Hagen and say, what do you think of our kata? What do you think of our kata, Coach? Help
You
us out
suck.
here.
Go over there. You suck. Go over there. You suck. Go over there.
Because,
oh my gosh. Push-ups for you. I see you're going to be really good at push-ups.
No, it's going to be this. We're going to get this. We're going to get this speech. Now, Tuari, how best to put this? How do I, Josh? How do I?
I don't want to
put
say
this?
Suck.
Your gi looks really good.
Close.
I mean,
Gi looks really good. Hey, Josh, how you tied your obi knot? Fantastic. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Do that again next time.
I had this thing where I was talking to this guy on the podcast. I said, I want to interview. How would you describe yourself? And he goes, here. It's here. I'm here. I'm going, yeah. A little bit literal, bro. A little bit literal. Okay. How would you describe yourself? Here, present. And so I can imagine Coach Michael Hagen, national competitor, won the world champ team, going, look, on the upside, Tuari,
you didn't fall down.
You wore a gi, and
you
tied that obi. You tied it right on the 9th time. And hey, where's up, buddy? Big smiles, everyone happy.
You're the reason we invented.
You didn't fall down. You didn't fall down.
Hey, Velcro belts, man. Velcro belts. That's all I'm gonna say. Nah, but hey, thanks, guys. It's been awesome, and you guys, like I say, a big part of it. Look, and it's all people who listen to our podcast, man. Thank you.
When we started this, Tuarty said, "How much time do you guys have?" We were like, "About an hour." And it's an hour and 46 minutes that he's been recording. When we talked for probably 15 minutes before this. This is what happens every single time.
Every single time.
Yeah, well, this is where the juice is.
Every single time.
This is.
It's where the magic happens. Yeah. The magic.
But, hey guys, thank you so much. We're gonna sign off now. Push record and talk for another.
Hey, don't lose this one like you lost mine.
No, I won't. I think the aliens didn't want the conspiracy theorists. I think there's something people didn't want to hear what you had to say.
Michael, he tells me that he tried to push stop recording and instead he pushed leave. He ended the Zoom call after we were left over an hour.
Except it automatically saves the recording when that happens.
You know, So
Seems
this
like
is
it didn't
why
save
this is
mine.
where so if you're watching or listening, this is where the friendship ended. You can mark it right here. It's what's the number? What's the time
It
code?
didn't save my interview.
Didn't. Okay, it didn't. Didn't, dear. Didn't.
I've already been through this. The Americans perfected English, okay? Especially the people in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I'd say good.
I'll tell you one thing.
I'll tell you one thing.
I'll tell you one thing.
Hey, I'm just out of curiosity. Can you guys do my accent?
No.
No.
Give it a shot. Come on. Try and do my opening. And the word is
Kyoto.
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 Kyoto, and welcome to the Invisible Sensei podcast.
Kyoto, welcome to the. I need some background. Can you give me some background music, Michael?
Yeah, I guess some.
Kyoto, I need some. Hey, did you know that there's a travel campaign for New Zealand right now, and they have a specific? I'm going to send you a link to it. Specific YouTube campaign. That background music was messing with me. Specific.
What background were you? What
He's
have
over
you
there.
been watching?
Oh, that was from left field.
I don't know what that was.
That was just wrong. That was just wrong.
Pull this thing out here.
No.
Anyway, Kyoto, Japan. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're talking to me. They want us to come to New Zealand. Kyoto, thank you for tuning into the Okinawa. Kyoto, thank you for tuning into the Invisible Sensei podcast. I can't do it. That's it.
I can. How is it that I can do you guys' accent? I suppose we grew up on American television, so everyone who like you've got Russell Crowe's a New Zealander, right? And his grandmother,
like you got.
Was great grandfather.
I'm going to work on that. I can't do it.
So it's like this. I'll show you how to do it. What you do is you get real close. Like, you know what? Actually, Ken Knight, who I had on the podcast, he's awesome and he's got a great setup. But he gets real close to the mic and he goes, "Kia ora, welcome to the Invisible Sensei podcast, coming at you live from Aotearoa, New Zealand. Let's talk about stances. Ooh." It's just like doing something like that.
He's more talented than I am. Ken's a talented individual. If you haven't checked out Ken Fu TV on YouTube,
Ken Fu TV,
you're missing out. Go check it out. Probably like one of the best produced, like homegrown YouTube channels for martial arts there is. I mean,
it's legit.
You know, one of the cool things about him, if you call him, he will show you how to do it. So he's got a great setup. He's helped me out with all sorts of things.
Will he pay for it? Because my problem is the money.
That's what. Hey, listen.
Yeah, I just need him to like go back and add everything back into his Amazon cart. And just change the shipping address and send it to me.
Just so you know, when I call Ken, he listens to my concerns. He doesn't laugh his ass off and then go, "I don't know."
Oh my God.
That's not really helping. Then make fun of me for 20 minutes.
20?
I'm not here.
20? If you get off lucky if we're only making fun of you for 20 minutes.
Well, do you call? Is he a good friend? Is he a real friend? A real friend would make fun of you.
Ken listens to me. He's sensitive to my needs. You know, so not like other people.
Yeah, I don't have time for that crap.
I don't want to talk about it.
I've got a wife and 2 kids already. I don't need an adult baby.
Oh, well. But do you? But do you say that? You say that? I mean, when you hit me, when you were talking to me about how you got your short on, I mean, I was going. I was more shocked than surprised.
Hey, what was the first thing I heard today when I turned the speaker on? I heard you two talking about something about somebody judon and
when you're in the cave,
So I'm gonna throw it.
Of course, you're talking about me.
I'm gonna throw it to Josh to do his sign off. To do his OKP sign off, then Michael to do the Apex sign off, and then I will just bring it home with the Invisible Sensei.
All right. Well, hey, thanks again, brother. I really appreciate it. Happy 200th episode. Thank you so much for inviting me, Josh Simmer, coming to you from the birthplace of karate, Okinawa, Japan, to the Invisible Sensei podcast in New Zealand.
Nice.
All right, and again, thank you, Tuari. We had a great time. Thank you for having me here. Again, 200 episode. great achievement. Now, for everybody out there, you know what to do. This is the Invisible Sensei podcast. Go get to work, and we'll see you out there.
See you out there. You know, I can never. You guys have got such cool sign-offs. I realise that I don't actually have a sign-off, but I'll just say, ko tama ki te mutuka mo tēnei wānga ki mo ia tātou, nō rere ki o koutou ngā whānaunga, ngā kai whakahaere, tēnā koutou, kia ora mai no tātou. Hei kona.
That was awesome, man.
I'm going to stop recording.
Josh, your mom's going to be upset when she hears what he said about you.